Let's begin this practice lying on our backs with our knees bent and the feet planted on the mat. Hands can rest on the tops of the thighs, or you can bring them to your belly to feel these deep breaths that we're going to start with. So we're just going to breathe deeply into the belly and feel it rise up, and then exhale and release it down. Do that a couple of times for yourself just to start to connect with the belly here. Notice if there's discomfort or just in general how you're feeling. And when you're ready, you can gather your knees and bring them in towards you. And just start by hugging them in and maybe rocking a little bit from side to side. So this should feel good. You don't need to squeeze tight if you're dealing with a lot of anxiety. And then we'll also just go from one leg to the other. So you can squeeze your right knee in a little closer. When you exhale, release, and then switch over to the other side. Bringing one knee in a little closer, and then using your hands and switching to the other side. Let's do that a couple more times. Just kind of massaging the digestive system here, noticing how it's reacting to this gentle little exercise. And then we're going to release and let go of the knee. Hug both knees in for a moment. And then move the arms into a cactus position and start to rock a little bit further from one side to the other. You can do this almost in a mini arc. So you kind of bring the knees in closer, and then as you come out to the side, they move a little further away in that mini twist. Just kind of rocking from side to side a few times here to feel out the body. Then as you feel ready, you can bring it over to the right side, take a little hold. Try to stay off of the floor here for this first one. And then bring it back to center and rocking over to your left. Again, just hover the knees halfway down and feel that little twist. We're going to come back up. This time, if you'd like to go the whole way down, you can bring the knees right down to the right side. Your hand can come onto your side waist and just let your breath come in as an awareness of this part of the body. So imagine kind of creating a little bit of a wrapping sensation right in the stomach. And then let your breath come there, slow and steady. Sometimes our digestive system is really reacting to stress, so this movement should continue to be really matched with the breath. Bring your knees back up. And let's go ahead and do that twist on the other side. So it might be both knees now touching down on the left side, bringing your hand to your waist. And just kind of creating this little space and this rotation in the spine, but particularly in that lower belly area to breathe into. And keeping your shoulders relaxed. And again, that slow and steady breath. Breathe in now. Let's bring the knees in. This time, instead of having them together, start with your knees wide as your ribs. Hug them into you close. And then we're going to release the pressure, bring your knees together, and then squeeze them in with the knees close. And just alternating between those two positions a couple more times. So we're just massaging kind of the gut in general by gathering in and squeezing, and gathering wide and squeezing. Last time coming out to the side, we're coming wide here. And then you can bring the knees together. And we'll lower the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Just kind of give your hips a little shimmy here. Take a couple of breaths and notice your belly. Notice how it all feels. We're starting with a little stomach massage. We call it the I love you. And you want to start in the descending colon side. So this is your left side. Use your hands to kind of brush down the left side of your waist, from your ribs down to your pelvis. You then can add in the transverse. So you come across just below the ribs, come across the belly, and then keep moving down that descending side. This movement doesn't have to be with pressure. It can be pretty light depending on how you're feeling. But just keep that rhythm going nice and soothing with your breath. And the final piece of this is coming up the right-hand side. So from your right hip up to your rib cage, across the belly, and down the left side. So you're kind of making this U shape in total. The movement is steady and smooth, and do it as relaxing as you can for your body. And then just let yourself feel that out for a moment. Notice if it helps to kind of just calm things down. When you're ready to come up to sitting, find a comfortable seat and interlace your hands in front of your belly in the soft area. We're hinging forward so that the fists kind of come into the belly a little bit, add a little pressure, and then release out of it. You don't have to go very far if it's intense. This is a nice way just to stimulate the gut and to keep things moving along. You can do that a couple more times and then just massage or gently rub the whole belly area. Calm it down, slow and steady breaths. And that right there is 5 minutes just to take care of your belly.